Hello friends, welcome to Nihira Techiees. This is our React.js Redux tutorial and this is the part 2 video. So in my last video, I have provided the overview of Redux and continuation of this video, I'm going to install my first React application. There, I'm going to install the required packages for this Redux. So after that, we can see the principles of Redux pattern. Now let me create the application. So already I'm having the commands. So basically this command will create our application. Okay, great. The application created successfully. Let me open in my VS Code. Okay, here we can install the required packages for Redux. So just two packages. The first one is Redux and the second one is React Redux. Okay. So let me see in these packages. So you can see this Redux version 4.2.1 and another one is the React Redux 8.0.5. Okay. Okay, great. The installation gets completed. Now our application is good to go for the implementation. Anyway, I will do the implementation by my next video. So before that, I'm going to explain the principle of this Redux pattern. So it will be helpful when we go for the implementation. Okay. So basically this Redux pattern having three important sections. So that already we seen in my last video also. Anyway, let me recall this one. The first one is store that hold the state of our application. And the second one is action that describe the changes in the state of our application. And the final one is reducer. Basically, this reducer carries out of the state transition depending on the action. Okay. So let me compare this one with one of the real-time scenario. Just to assume one online purchase. Okay. Basically, the shop is selling some kind of sports equipments. So how basically we can get the product? So we have to make a request in online. So their staffs will process our request. Finally, they will deliver the product. So in that way only the order gets completed. So in this situation, the store is nothing but the shop. Okay. So there where they have the product and they have the availability of, I mean the count of products. The count of product is nothing but on state. Okay. And the second one is like action. So making order is nothing but an action. And the final one is the reducer. So the reducer is nothing but on staffs in the shop or the shopkeeper. Okay. So they only going to process our request. So initially, so they have some count of products. For examples, we may have around 100 products. Okay. Once we created the order, that means the action is begun. So once the order is completed, the shopkeeper will update the availability of quantity. Okay, if in case if you have 100 products already, so they will reduce one number, then the availability of the product is 99. So this concept is all about the reducer. Okay, so this below diagram will give some better understanding. So just to see one of the React application. Okay, so also we have one Redux store. So this Redux store contains all the states of information. That means the initial value. Also, we are subscribed from our application. So using the subscribe option, we are able to get all the values from our store. Okay. And if there is any changes in our application, the data not going to directly updating in our store. For our real-time scenario, for me, one of the product is required. I am able to make a request or else I can go to the shop. Then I will ask the shopkeepers only. I cannot directly go and take the items. So, okay, that's a concept here also we are using. So once the dispatch is happening, the action is begun. So this action is moving to the reducer. So finally, this reducer only updating our Redux store. Okay. And again, if there is any data change in our Redux store, it is automatically gets reflected in our application also. This is all about the Redux workflow. Now let me move on the principle side. So basically we have three principles. The first principle, it's all about the store. So it says the state of your whole application is stored in an object tree within a single store. That means maintain our application state in a single object which would be managed by the Redux store. Okay, so here the store is nothing but an object only. In our examples, we just consider these available products in the online. See, this number of product is 100. This is the initial value. Okay, so this object should be stored in our store. And let me move on the second principle. So the second principle is all about the action. It says that the only way to change the state is to emit an action, an object describing what happened. In other words, to updating the state of your application, you need to let Redux know about that an action. Okay. So in our case, we are making the order. That means we need one of the product. Okay. So that is the action here. So this action also nothing but an object only. So in our examples, I have provided let the shop know about our action. Here our action is make order, okay? And the type I have included as the make order. Now let me move on the third principle. So third principle all about the reducer. So it states that to specify how the state tree is transformed by action, you write your pure reducers. So this reducer is nothing but a function only. Basically, it takes two inputs. The one is the previous state and another one is the action. And finally, it is returning the new state value. Okay. So here is the example you can see. So our function name is reducer. So initially we are passing the previous state and also this action. So inside that we have one switch case. So in this switch case I am taking this action dot type and I'm checking the case condition. If it is make order, I am returning the initial state. Okay, the initial state value basically number of products say 10. I'm providing just a -1. So in case if I'm having 100 products initially, so after completing this request, it should be 99. Okay, so this is all about the Redux principles. So in my next video, I'm going to explain how to implement this action in our React application. Okay, because already we created the application and also we have installed the required packages. So in the next video onwards, we are going to start our implementation. Okay. Still, if you have any doubts or clarification, please post in the comment box and also please don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you. Thanks for watching.